Okay, what's up, guys? So today I don't have a research article to go over. However, maybe I'll follow up with an article that I will find on this topic. But I wanted to go over neighbors. So I did a video about community-based research, and I think a good place to start with that, in terms of actually enacting it, is to meet our neighbors. So one of the cool things about this new apartment complex that I just moved into is that our neighbors, or my neighbors, are close. And so like the first month of being here, I was like, I want to meet some people. So I was going to throw together a little party and invite people here. And I went door to door, knocking on each door and meeting people, just saying hi. And it's so interesting that that is considered old school. Just a regular human interaction of saying hi to someone that lives next to you. I mean, I think it's just weird. We'll say hi to our, we'll talk to people in line at the grocery store or in classes or work and stuff, but not our neighbors, the people we live next to. Huh? So from this little example I gave about going door to door, I found that people are actually wanting to do these things. It's more so that they think that it's socially unacceptable to do such a thing as knocking your neighbor's door and meeting them, or maybe they think they're scared of it. It's quite the conundrum, but I think that a lot of people are just overthinking it. You don't have to go over with a pie or anything. You don't have to, be fake or super overly nice or anything. Just be yourself. I mean, people are just people, and you have to think about what would you do if someone knocked on your door and introduced themselves and said, I'm your neighbor, I just want to say hi. You wouldn't say like, get the hell out of here or anything. You'd be like, oh, hi. And you'd be friendly and everything. I mean, hopefully. At least I would definitely be. That takes a lot of guts, I think, in today's society, and I would welcome it, which people did whenever I was doing that. So I'm not one for like making challenges or anything of people watching or reading my things or whatever, but I do suggest trying it out. It is, it's almost like a little adrenaline rush, which is so corny to say because it is such a simplistic thing that's now old school. But, I mean, you really have nothing to lose. I mean, worst case scenario, you just don't talk to them, and before you weren't talking to them either, so it's kind of like a net zero result, worst case scenario. And I just think that sometimes it's good to go back to the old school way of things, especially whenever it comes to actually interacting with another human, your neighbor. It's important. I mean, when you actually get to meet your neighbors and know them, you can start to not rely on them, but you can, they're a support network in a way. You know them. It's not like strangers or anything. You can ask them stuff, or maybe, hey, can I borrow this or whatever. And it's such in my line of work, I get to meet a lot of people in neighborhoods. And today, I actually introduced two neighbors together. They've been living there for like 7 years, at least, next to each other, never knew each other's name. And because of my work, I got them talking. One of them recognized me, said hi. And then the lady that I was working with came into the conversation, and she was like, oh, hey, what's your name? And they were talking and stuff, and it was super, I don't know, it's kind of like, I don't want to be like all Disney over here and say it was magical or anything, but it's just genuinely cool to see people being themselves and not thinking like, oh, am I being weird right now, or is this too out there? A lot of people are just way too much in their heads about this stuff. So talk to people in grocery lines, talk to people wherever. Talk to people as much as you can. I think it makes life more fun, first of all, if you're able to talk to people, and in this case, your neighbor. So, again, I'm not one for really challenges, but I do suggest knocking your door and meeting your neighbor. I think it's not really something that is risky at all, and I think you'd be surprised how much fun it can actually be. Especially since it's so rare nowadays. That's the kind of fun part about it, is it's like taboo almost. You get to kind of make someone's day. Like, hey, my neighbor finally said hi to me. He knocked on my door and there he was. And yeah, I think it's important to make special moments like that. And the more you do that, the more comfortable you are with making these interpersonal relationships that we so heavily need in today's society. So, I'm gonna leave it at that, but thanks for watching.